In a previous segment, we discussed in this continuing resolution that they're running through, it provides cover for members of the January 6th committee if there's an attempt at investigating them. And this matters because of this story over at Fox News. FBI should probe potential Liz Cheney witness tampering in January 6th matter, House Republicans say. Numerous federal laws were likely broken by Liz Cheney. A new House subcommittee report concludes. January 6th, of course, was confirmed to be an inside job. I'm going to say it again. I hope everyone in the back can hear it. January 6th was an inside job. Definitively, it is proven January 6th was an inside job. I hope that was loud enough and repeated enough for all of you in the back, and now I'll explain why. For all of those liberal types who may watch this video, who are saying, oh, egad, harumph, it was not, you conspiracy theorist. I have a question for AOC. Did the police open the doors and help people on the inside of the building? They did. Is there a video of police giving an escort, fist bumping one of the guys they had recently cuffed? They did. Is there a video of police escorting the shaman into the Senate chambers and opening the door for him? They did. Oh, well, that's what we call an inside job. Now, if you want to make the argument that the government planned the whole thing, I never said that. Right? And I'll say it again. If there's a bank robbery, okay, and a single bank employee walks over to a back door, props it open to allow them to come rob the bank, that's called an inside job. It doesn't mean the bank management was in on it. That's what the media does. They lie so that they can obfuscate the argument actually being made. January 6th, as we know, had 26 plus informants. 3 of them were paid to be there. There's a video of a guy being cuffed, led away, and then they fist bump him and uncuff him. Yeah. What's with the fist bump? Very strange. Don't know who that guy is. But after this, they start traveling around the country, rounding people up and arresting them, despite nothing really happened. I mean, look, misdemeanor trespass charges, fine. None of it makes sense. Now we're hearing that Liz Cheney could have been actually fabricating the whole thing behind the scenes, making the J6 committee investigations a hoax. Indeed. Fox News reports former Rep. Liz Cheney is facing calls from GOP legislators that the FBI investigate her for potential criminal witness tampering related to her role in the J6 Select Committee. Quote, based on the evidence obtained by the subcommittee, numerous federal laws were likely broken by Liz Cheney, the former vice chair of the J6 committee, and these violations should be investigated by the FBI. Evidence uncovered by the subcommittee revealed that former Congresswoman Liz Cheney tampered with at least one witness, Cassidy Hutchinson, by secretly communicating with Hutchinson without Hutchinson's attorney's knowledge. The January 6th committee was founded in July 21 to investigate the breach of the Capitol. The committee concluded its 18-month investigation last year when Republicans regained control of the House and sent referrals to the Justice Department recommending Trump be criminally prosecuted for his involvement in the lead up to supporters breaching the Capitol. The committee was composed of 7 Democrats and 2 Republicans, Cheney and Adam Kinzinger, who are both no longer in office. Loudermilk subcommittee was tapped to investigate the J6 committee and its findings. Now, according to this, you've got this continuing resolution. Basically, it says if the subpoena or actions are going to go after House data, it can be quashed. I wonder. Well, Donald Trump has issued a statement saying Liz Cheney could be in a lot of trouble based on the evidence obtained by the subcommittee, which states that numerous federal laws were likely broken by Liz Cheney, and these violations should be investigated by the FBI. Thank you to Congressman Barry Loudermilk. A job well done. Newsmax by Greg Kelly. Interesting, to say the least. The New York Post has chimed in. Liz Cheney's secret discussions with Jan 6 witness absolutely merit investigation by the Post editorial board. Look, we've got a controlled media in this country. We have abject corruption in Congress. We have, I guess you can just call it dysfunction to an extreme degree, but this is criminal. These allegations against Liz Cheney, this is criminal. They're saying she broke several laws. What do we do about this? Well, of course, Democrats are going to run to the defense of a Cheney, which is absolutely hilarious. We have this, we'll read it from the New York Post. They say, for the record, the call from the Committee on the House Administration Subcommittee on the Oversight for the Justice Department investigation. Okay, hold on. The call from the Committee on House Administration Subcommittee on Oversight for the Justice Department to investigate evident witness tampering by Liz Cheney is not revenge. It's basic good government. The committee's report cites evidence that Cheney, a vice chairman of then Speaker Nancy Pelosi's Select Committee on the Capitol riot, secretly reached out to a star witness, Cassidy Hutchinson, and proceeded to coach her testimony without her lawyer's knowledge. Now, maybe there's some other reason Cheney was messaging Hutchinson via the encrypted Signal app before the former Trump White House aide testified. And maybe there are reasons Hutchinson's testimony conflicted with other witnesses, particularly her gossip about Trump supposedly lunging for the wheel of the car after Secret Service agents refused to drive in the Capitol on that fateful day. You know what's really important about this? Trump was in a vehicle that shields him from the driver, meaning he could not lunge for the wheel because he would have to phase through solid matter and then grip the steering wheel. Of course, if the argument they're making is that Trump can move with such rapid speed, perhaps tapping into the speed force, allowing his molecules to vibrate so rapidly he can shift through the glass bulletproof plating that separates him from the driver's wheel, then I'm open to hearing that testimony. Short of that, it's impossible, and perhaps then the simple solution is she's a liar. They're going to say secret communications with the witness are far outside the rules of any investigator, including members of Congress. So the committee was plainly right to flag the matter to the DOJ for investigation. Though the Biden department sure won't touch it, and even Trump, the Trump one may be a bigger fish to fry. Congressional hearings shouldn't be purely partisan attacks on political enemies. But that's what Pelosi's perverse Jan 6 probe amounted to, complete with Hollywood advice on staging the show. An apparent witness tampering as evidence of that show only adds an outright criminal element to the perversion of House proceedings. It seems Cheney, like everyone else ranting about protecting democracy in the last election, doesn't have a clue what that word means. My friends, I long for accountability. The problem I think we're seeing right now is that you've got this general fear among all politicians that if they declare war, war be declared. And, to quote Mel Gibson in The Patriot, these wars will not be fought in some far-off land. They will be in front of your children, in front of your homes. And how does that pertain to this? Well, most politicians feel like if I go after Democrats for corruption, then they're going to open the floodgates against me, and it's going to be all-out lawfare and conflict. So they avoid this. That's why when Donald Trump got elected in 2016, despite saying lock her up over and over again, he says, no, we're not going to do that. And he backed off. Boy, was that a mistake. Because Democrats, absolutely being unscrupulous, had no problem whatsoever launching lawfare against him, strapping cinder blocks to his feet figuratively and tossing him into the proverbial ocean, accusing him of treason, no joke, destroying evidence, lying in the press, ultimately impeaching him twice, accusing him of being a traitor to this country, not once, but twice. It's remarkable. We nearly lost this country. In 2020, who knows where it could have gone? 2016, I think, it showed the emperor had no clothes. The uniparty establishment machine was frantic, panicked, and was burning everything down. But you know, people can see it now. The media landscape has shifted, and this country can and will survive. Now you've got Kash Patel and Pam Bondi coming into the DOJ, and I'm looking forward to seeing them get something done. But do you think the battle ends here? I'm sorry, it does not. Okay? Democrats, the corporate press will not just roll over. The fear now is, what will they do to go up against Donald Trump? And honestly, I don't know. Many people believe there's going to be a false flag, a nuclear strike. They'll stop Trump from getting elected. We have some liberal guy screaming we need 11 million people in D.C. so Trump has a coronary and that just doesn't become president. Nonsense. But it ain't over. Liz Cheney's not just going to sit back and go, guess I'm going to prison. We had Roseanne and Michael Malice on the show. Roseanne owes Michael some money because there were not military tribunals and we had an election and Trump won. So Roseanne will have to pay up. I don't know if they did already or what their plans are, but thanks for coming on the show. The interesting thing about this is when Roseanne says there's going to be tribunals, I say, no, there won't be. I'm not saying that because I'm not saying it because I think nobody did anything wrong. I'm saying it because nobody's going to dare make these moves. No one is going to hold these people accountable because they're terrified of an all-out battle. However, I don't know what happens now. Because Kash Patel, I can't imagine just sitting back and telling the public, we will not pursue them. That makes no sense. But how hard does he go after them? I don't know. And in response to this, I don't see Liz Cheney as just simply saying, guess I'm going to prison. She's going to muster up every political favor she can to push back on this. Let's get it. I want to see some action. And I think she should be in prison. You want to put Peter Navarro and Steve Bannon in jail? Well, welcome to the fray, ladies and gentlemen. You started a fight. I hope you're prepared for what comes next. Smash the like button, share the show, follow me on X and Instagram at Timcast, become a member at timcast.com. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all in the next segment.